Hello guys and welcome back to another video, and today we have a quick review of a Lima Class 73. Now, I bought two at the same time and there has been a review of the other one. As soon as I start, plane flies over. I think it was Ryanair. Anyway, so I bought two at the same time, and I reviewed the first one, and then I've been insanely busy, so I didn't get around to reviewing any of the other locos that have joined since then, which there's quite a few. So there will be quite a lot of videos coming out, like quite close to each other, just so I can get rid of the backlog of videos I need to do, and then I'm back being able to keep up. Life gets in the way, so it's quite difficult sometimes to keep up with videos. But anyway, we have the second Class 73 that I bought to review today. It is Battle of Britain. It's in Southwest Trains livery, which is a little bit NSE vibe, which is why I quite like it. But I like the orange stripe as well, and the sort of cream bottom. It's quite cool. So I thought, why not? Let's give that a go. It wasn't expensive. I think the pair of them cost about 100 quid, so not bad at all. But the Lima Class 7, and I do actually quite like Class 73 anyway, so I was like, right, let's get one. There might be a couple more 73s joining in the long-term future, so who knows. Anyway, let's get to the detail first, and then we'll give it a run. So I'm not going to go super in-depth, because we've done this, obviously, before with the Pullman livery one, which is basically the same logo, just with a different colour scheme, so yeah. But it's a Lima logo, so it's not too bad. It is obviously quite old-fashioned, and most of the stuff is moulded detail, but it's actually not bad. It's pretty crisp really for its age, and they were pretty well detailed for the time. So you see, we start at the front. We do have buffers. They're obviously not sprung, and they are just moulded, but they look fantastic. They're not that white, horrible white coloured buffers that some Lima locos had. They're the black buffers, which look fine. So you have a little bit of sort of separately fitted detail at the front with these sort of pipe work here, which is quite cool. And obviously the horns on the roof. And then you've got, you can just see the wipers are moulded onto the windows, but they're actually quite crisp, so they do look quite good. There is an interior, not that there's much in there. There's like two seats, and that's about it. But you do have obviously some handrails picked out and painted, and some electrical warnings for the wires that would have ran above the loco. So, and then you do have some handrails here. These look separately fitted, but they're not. They're moulded. They're just really well painted. And then you have obviously the livery, which is applied really nicely, to be fair. Have all the colours. There's no like bleeding of the colours on each other. They're just really nicely applied. So you've obviously got the yellow at the front, then you've got this sort of dark blue colour on the top. Then you've got the sort of white banding with the red and the orange, and then the sort of cream at the bottom, which looks really good. And obviously you've got some etched, you've got some grills picked out. They're not etched, they are just moulded, but they do look quite good. And there's loads of those. There's some there, and one here as well, and some towards the back of the logo. You do have obviously the glazing as well, which is actually done really nicely. Quite flush as well. And then obviously you have Battle of Britain 50th anniversary picked out on the side of the logo there, which is the nameplate. Southwest Trains, a stagecoach company, picked out on the side, which is quite cool. And then obviously towards the back you have the running number 73109. And then obviously more glazing and a door and stuff like that. So with the little door handles, which are picked out in paint rather than obviously separately fitted. Underframe detail is pretty much all moulded, but it is quite nicely moulded. There's a lot of detail in the moulding, so it does look pretty good. I mean, from a distance it looks just like a modern super detailed logo. Obviously up close it's a lot of it's just moulded detail, but it's not bad at all really. Then you have obviously the axles and the bogies picked out with the sort of springs on them as well, which is pretty cool. So it does look pretty good. And then I think it's the same on the other side. It's a diesel, so they're pretty much the same front and back. So, but yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm not going to go mega in depth because we've done one before. The top of the roof is obviously moulded. You have the grills moulded as well, but they do look quite good. And then you have the sort of fan picked out of the back there as well, which is pretty good. So I think that'll do us for the detail. And now we'll put it on the track and give it a run. So there it is onto the track then, which looks pretty good. And I've stuck some Mark II coaches with it, which are in the blue and grey, BR blue and grey, just because they don't really run that often. And they're pretty cool, so yeah. Let's give it a run. So we'll test slow speed first, as we normally do. You see how slowly this moves. Then drop the phone. Come on. That's not bad. I don't think I can go any slower than that. Oh yeah, cog's a bit. Yeah, but it's not bad at all. So let's get running. Might be a bit loud this. But it runs well. It's loud because it's a Lima loco, but it runs fine. That's another plane. Stop stopping! Right, we're back. Everything went a bit of a disaster, and now this is officially a two-wheel drive Lima Class 73 because one of the cogs decided it wanted to come loose and basically come out. So that will need gluing back on, but it does still run. So what I'm going to do is just run it for the rest of the video as a two-wheel drive Lima Class 73. It might struggle with the coaches. What I'll do is I can put the Pullman one on so that it's not struggling if need be, but I'm sure it'll be okay. And then what I'll do is it'll get repaired at a later date. I'll just run two-wheel drive because I can't bother fixing it. So I'm sure it'll be okay. So yeah, yeah, the traction tyre came off the axle that now is no longer driven, and then the cog got stuck and then basically came off. So I have had problems with it once or twice before, but it normally just pops back in and it's fine. But yeah, it decided it wanted to share, so it's there. There's the little cog. There he is. So we'll get repaired, but for now it's fine. It just struggles with coaches because it's not that powerful anyway. To be fair, those coaches are probably quite draggy, so it probably doesn't help it pulling those. So. It seems okay now. It's running okay. Struggles a bit when it gets to the top, but you get this with older locos, don't you? The joys of owning old Lima stuff. I mean, it runs fine. It runs absolutely fine, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as the saying goes. Right, that'll probably do us. I actually think it runs better. Part of me thinks it actually runs slightly better as a two-wheel drive loco. It's just a little bit weak now. But anyway, that is the second Lima Class 73 that I own, of many, and I will get some more down the line if there's any liveries I like. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you very soon for some more videos. Goodbye.